Hey guys, Tyler is awesome too here. With the Halloween season this month, I decided to review a Benton classic episode called Ghost Freak Out. We all know this one, where one of Ben's original 10 aliens, Ghost Freak, is revealed to be sentient when in the Omnitrix. And it's because, Ectonite's DNA is basically it contains consciousness, even the smallest sample of DNA, because they're ghost aliens. Of course, that's how it works. And and escapes the Omnitrix somehow, and now it became one of Ben's most iconic enemies. Now, as usual, when I review something, I would try to be spoiler free, or at least try, as I said. Anyways, so I better think you should just check the episode slash movie slash game or whatever yourself, or in this case, go watch Kuro the artist's breakdown on the episode, just so you can, not be spoiled if I accidentally spoil anything. Anyways, there's be some spoilers, but you get the idea. Anyways, basically, the animation and the horror elements in this episode are amazing, from the nightmare sequence to Ben's shadow becoming Ghost Freaks to Ghost Freak revealing his outer skin, and to us the scare being basically being burned to death by the sun. Yeah. Okay, I gotta address two things. One, actually three things. So one, yes, he was not called to scare in the actual episode. Ben didn't learn it till Omniverse, and it wasn't pop-up trivia originally. I know that. Secondly, yes, we all know about the infamous, is he actually weak to sunlight? Is it what's actually the cause of his sunlight protection, It's a mistake I even made. People just thought it was some sort of second skin because, it's easier to connect rip it off, so, and Ghost Freak never had that problem with his second skin on, so it's easy to assume, his skin protects him from the sun. So, that relies on coincidence, but if you actually listen to dialogue in the episode, as the scare says he needs the power of the Omnitrix to be whole again. Like, the watch either fucked him up, or it's just the Omnitrix just somehow protected him from the sunlight, because why not? And basically, Ben also figures this out later from this dialogue. So it's safe to assume that it was indeed the Omnitrix that kept him protected from the sun, and Ghost Freak by extension. Anyway, so I guess that explains a certain error in Omniverse where he was seen invisible and he's in sunlight, and after, you escape Ledger Domain, because, I guess Ben altered the universe, and now the Ectonauts do have second skin that protects them from sunlight, and, it's 5YL canon, so, I guess so. And, thirdly, I don't know how the heck he escaped the Omnitrix. As I said, somehow. He just did. I guess it was because the Omnitrix was a prototype or something and still has, glitches. Some, turning to the wrong alien and other things. Also, I love the detail that when the scare possesses somebody, his eyes are the same color as him, and their little cracks and markings on them. Also, this is the first time we actually seen Ghost Freak's possession ability, after Ben mentioned it earlier in season 1, despite him not seeing it at that point. And Ben himself only actually really possessing it in this episode, when he was fighting the circus freaks. Oh yeah, it's also fitting that they appear in this episode because their boss was defeated by Ghost Freak, and now they're teaming up with the guy who is the DNA source of the person who be their boss and has seemingly died, but revealed that is not the case, and he just explodes to sign his escape or something. Anyways, the scare is like really evil in this episode. Like he taunts Ben with possessing his cousin, like endangering her and whatnot, and he can like let the host gain control temporarily because he can't. He's just that sadistic and whatnot. And the Billy Lecter narrates, I guess. And he's a ghost. What? Why not? Anyways, I mean, Scare. Well, yes, he is undoubtedly evil. He does want to revenge on Ben for controlling him. So, it's ironic payback. He can control people and whatnot, and now he got possessed by somebody, and now he's trying to put them back, and, I guess, I mean, yeah, the Scare kind of deserved it because he's an evil overlord, but still, it's justified, regardless. Anyways, I also, wanted to, what was the thing I was about to address? In this episode, we also learned that the Omnitrix can protect Ben from being possessed by an ecto-neurite, i.e., during his alien forms where he can just, like, resist the possession or, like, quick recharge to, prevent him from being absorbed and possessed. Also, I like the little hug that Gwen gives Ben at the end of the episode. That's cute. That's nice. Anyways, also, fun fact, the line in the episode, Ben's not here, is actually used in auditions for the role of Ghost Freak. It's nice that they get to use that line in that episode, as well as, to reflect that the Scare's in control the form of Ghost Freak. That's nice. And the importance of this episode later lead into the arc in season 3 with the rival, the werewolf, the mummy, and Dr. Victor, who were all aliens based on horror movie monsters. And yeah, and involves the Scare taking over Earth with climbing darkness so he can basically not be destroyed by their sun, and as he'll rule the world because he's evil and sadistic. Anyways, yeah. Also, the Scare would have appearances in like UAF where he would take over Vilgax's planet and then be absent in Ultimate Alien, then reappear in Omniverse in the Galactic Monsters season again, and he was in Legend Domain for a while somehow, and escaped and tried to rule his planet once again. Finally, after like 6 years in universe or something, and then he tried to resurrect a vampire called Lord Transel, alien vampire actually, and then he died because of a sun, and then he appeared in a flashback in the final season of Omniverse where he tried to basically rule Earth with his people that way. Maybe that's how he, and I'm not sure how he resurrected in that flashback. Maybe because Ben removed the sample of Ghost Freak in the Codon stream or Omnitrix or whatever. And maybe that's how the Scare was able to escape. And I'm not sure, maybe the Scare is like and he got sucked in the portal, and maybe that's how he got Legend Domain or something. But how he was like their presence in Ultimate Alien, maybe he like had a backup clone or something, and that clone basically got resampled into Ghost Freak again, and then that subconscious got destroyed, yeah, the form. Yes, he was unclothed, and yes, he was in his outer skin and a second skin form, and was able to not be destroyed, just the subconscious, and maybe that's how Ben was able to control the form of Ghost Freak in Omniverse. Also, that just supports the idea that the Omnitrix protects Ghost Freak from sunlight. So yeah. But after all Ghost Freak / Scare's appearances, I don't think anything's gonna top his the Scare's first appearance in Ghost Freaked Out. I mean, like, it really felt scary, and like, the Scare wasn't like a threat, and like, there was that personal conflict of him wanting to revenge on Ben for possessing him and whatnot, and like, Ben's like essentially fighting himself, basically, or something like that. And basically, like, Ben has to conquer his fears and whatnot, like he did with clowns. So yeah. Anyways, yeah, that was like my review of the classic Ben 10 episode Ghost Freaked Out. Be sure to hit that Kuga thumbs up button / like button, subscribe, and hit that notification button, and let me know stuff in the comment section down below. Also, check out my Ecto Narrates Explained video and my Ben 10 Misconceptions video. Where basically stuff on the wiki that's basically that's became misconceptions and whatnot people believe were true, including the second skin stuff of Ecto Narrates. And yeah, follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. I am Tyler is awesome too. And happy Halloween, everybody, and peace.